I personally think, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this year one of the maybe top 100 at least, but maybe even top 10 songs is Suno or maybe in some other site. But so far, Suno 4.5 extremely good. So I'll just play a few of these. I'll play what I created and some of my learnings when creating these songs. Um, I spent a few hours kind of messing around with it. So this is a guy, he makes songs every day with, he does building too. Twitter.
Thought I was done, lights out, but I ain't fold. Ran through the cold with holes in my soul. Every night I heard just built me slow. Could have stayed down, but I had to grow. They said sit still, I broke that mold. Bruised hands, cracked face, still I hope. People love to win, but they skip the war.
So pretty cool, I would say. And then I was like, okay, what can I make with this if I experiment? And for a while, I didn't really have much progress with making anything interesting. But then I looked at some other songs and kind of how they were doing it. And what really made a difference is I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me zoom in here. I'll move it over here. What really made a difference is this part, adding in these kind of like layered hums, echoes, um, and adding it here as well. Just I kind of took some that I saw in other songs that were pretty good on the front page, and now it generates some really interesting things. So I'll just play a few of these, not the whole thing, but just, just a little bit of it, so you can get a sense of what you can do.
Stay close, fade out. No need to name what moves like this. A glance, a pause, a subtle shift.
So I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit.
Twisted on design, I heard it all. I heard it all.
So that one's pretty cool. I'll play another one that I thought was pretty awesome.
Inhale slow. Exhale deep. Fade out.
I just wait a little bit for.
Stay near. Fade out.
So obviously the wobbling is related to the wobble core thing, but I think the definitely when I was experimenting with this part made the biggest difference is adding and the best songs on Suno I noticed have these kind of descriptors on each part of the song. So yeah, so that was kind of what I generated quite a few of them, and like it was like all right, kind of like what we did before, which is not it's really amazing still, but definitely that was what made these really interesting to me. So really good, rather. Um, Another thing I found interesting yesterday is this because there's this paper about emergent AI properties, and it's like what's interesting about this is it's not really we know how like we know how it works, right? We just don't know really know why it works, like because there's some properties that come up when you scale it up to a certain point. So, for example, now we have reasoning, we have, and multiple people in this field have said it, which is like we have some unexpected results from scaling. It's not purely linear. There's some um, things that were unexpected. So it seems like as we're scaling more with compute, we're getting unexpected things. And the reason I thought this was interesting is I just kind of wonder how this relates to like consciousness and things like this. Like maybe eventually it'll just be an emergent thing. We don't really understand why it appeared. Another example is like, uh, I mean, really everything that we're doing seems to be getting exponentially better. I mean, the 4.5 is definitely a huge step, and same with the 3.7 thinking model for code. So, oh yeah, and I wanted to mess with this real quick. This guy's making all these cool shaders, and they're so short. So, Grok 3 is pretty good at shaders. So I want to try to make some using a similar. We can quickly experiment here with to see if this is if we can do something cool. To modify this shader to be um so this one's a sunset. What if we do something like fire? Let me think. I'm just gonna ask it to be creative, to be something interesting. Modify everything here. Huh. Maybe I'll ask for some ideas first. So, oh, no tech, no images. Oh wait, what is this? Critical content is deleted or protected. Let me just create a new chat. It's probably getting confused by. So let's see, what did they create? To create something from I'll tweak the turbulence to evoke a starry gaseous cloud in space. Okay, sounds cool. Curious if it'll run. Okay, I see some stuff. It's maybe make the background black. Background black and add a sun. But something amazing I find that one guy is doing is it's like such a short piece of code can make something so visually cool. So I'm not sure we're going to be able to duplicate what he's done. So I'm going back to what he had. I'm just going to play around with it real quick. I'm going to just change a bunch of variables here to see what happens. I recommend following him because he's always making some cool shaders like fire, and I think it's a cool thing to share publicly so we can learn from what he's doing here. Cool. So I didn't have much luck with. Granted, I didn't try it for very long with making something cool with Grok, the shader. So maybe I'll try a little bit later today, see if I can do something there. There's this new motion plugin that I kind of want to try out. I don't really have the specs to do it, but it not only modifies like these humanoids, it's rigging and well, it's not rigging. It's using a rig based on your motion, but it also is using. It's working for non-humanoids. So this like spider looking thing. So I kind of want to see if maybe we can put this into our animator that we've been working on. Not, but something inspired by this. Like if we could, but obviously it will require a rigged model. But maybe we could try a simple version of this. Not really sure yet, but something to look at. Cool. And also, I thought this was interesting too. I thought it was very true because it says basically that the cursor and windsurf, Microsoft captured none of the value from the from the fork, and I, I think it's especially with windsurf just selling for 3 billion, it makes you wonder why they weren't able to because they were working on Copilot, but I guess just this form factor, and in some ways it complements the idea of that the future of a lot of software is just the UX. Like implementing it is not really the hard part about cursor, like setting up those system prompts and stuff to make the agent work. But that user experience was much better, or at least different enough that it captured more users than Copilot, or actually I shouldn't say that. It just captured in a different way that got more got value in an unexpected place. I'll just put it that way. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, and I also found this to be very true. I keep repeating this on the stream, but just making sure you're always trying to limit your context. And this is about right. For me, it's more like 1,500 lines is where everything sort of breaks down. Um, but and even attaching a number of files. Basically, the way these system prompts are working is all these agents, cursor agent. Hey guys, how's it going? Didn't drop your Twitch, bro. I usually watch stuff on Twitch. Yeah, sure. It's just a Baron on Twitch. Suno and Naz, I played a few of these. I'll play it again. They're pretty amazing. So I'll play this one real quick. But I'm using
Stay close, fade
yeah. So I thought that was. Let me check if Suno has an API. I think they do. I remember reading that. Oh, maybe they don't. Nope, they don't. I think there's some people trying to work around it. So the official API is not yet available, but a lot of times people will build some tool that you can kind of work around. But I said this before, but the way I'm able to I spent a few hours trying to make some good songs, and what really made the difference was adding this in the brackets when I started. Basically, I went to the homepage and I was like, okay, what did people make with 4.5? Because I was on Twitter, some people were making some amazing stuff, and I was like, what the hell? I can't duplicate it. But once I started to add these controls, layered hums, distant echoes, I don't really know what all that stuff means, but I just kind of copied a lot of what other people were doing, and then it starts generating some really cool stuff. Usually, like for example, this one's not as good, so I just keep generating.
breathe in, breathe out.
I mean, maybe some people like that one better, but me personally, I kind of vibed better with this song, so I just keep generating it. In my opinion, like they should. They should keep adding a lot more controls because that's what they have been doing. Like I can go into the song and edit it, and that's really nice because let's say like just a part of the song is not very good, I can just go in and fix it in the song editor. Like you can replace sections. So if I, um, which I did a few times, but honestly, the best luck I've had is just generating from scratch. The first hour or so, I tried to upload like clips of some like copyright free music that I liked, and that process I couldn't really make anything that cool. But when I just generate from scratch and I used this strategy, that's when I had much better luck with generating some songs. So here's like another one.
Inhale slow, exhale
But when I just generate from
deep, stay
I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. Hey, Vishnu, I don't really know how to add emotes. So what is that exactly on Twitch? I I know so little about Twitch. The only thing I know is I stream on it. So let me look it up real quick. 7TV. Oh, okay, they're like just emojis. Cool. Yeah, I'll add it, I guess. Is it simple? It'll take me just 2 seconds. 7TV. I'll bookmark it and do it for the next stream. Cool. That's basically all the news stuff. My idea for this stream is I'll make like I'll stream some interesting things I found, and then I'm gonna work on my project. So what I'm gonna do is just end the stream, and then I'm gonna start a new one with the new title. I should probably figure out a better way because then it just like kicks everyone out every time. But